Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. The Express reports that Meghan Markle's mother, Doria Ragland, has stepped in to support her daughter and son-in-law by relocating to Montecito. Doria has reportedly moved into the guest house on the Sussex's California mansion grounds to assist the couple through difficult times and avoid a nearly 3-hour drive from her home in View Park, Windsor Hills in Los Angeles. A source said 2023 was a tough year for both Harry and Meghan, and Doria has been there for them. Doria looks fighting fit, but she's nearly 70 and gets tired of the car rides from her home to see her daughter and grandchildren. It takes nearly 3 hours to drive one way, so it made sense for her to move into the guest house. She now spends more time there than in her own house. Doria has really been Meghan's rock over the past year. Not only has she been there for her daughter, but has enjoyed helping to look after the grandchildren. Harry adores her as well and loves having her there. There are times when he needs alone time, so Doria heads over to the guest house to make herself scarce when needed. Doria has basically become the mother of the household. Harry loves to be mothered, so he finds Doria being there very refreshing. Harry appreciates the warmth and kindness that Doria brings to the family. He doesn't get that from his side of the family and thinks it's important that the children are close with their grandmother. Royal commentator Michael Cole told GB News, "We have a situation where Meghan is hardly on speaking terms with any member of her family apart from her mother and one niece. And on the other side is Prince Harry, who is not on speaking terms with any member of the royal family apart from Prince Andrew's daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie. Will Meghan really write her memoir? If it's full of moans and recollections that may vary, people could be even more fed up with her." An insider told Heat magazine that the pressure is on Harry. This year is make or break for them, and Meghan's told Harry to step up. So far it's been her doing the lion's share of the networking, and she's stressed, largely because so many deals have fallen apart. She wants to take a step back and feels it's time for Harry to get his game face on. The BBC has been inundated with nearly 900 complaints regarding a documentary that chronicles King Charles III's inaugural year as monarch. In its bi-weekly report on complaints, the broadcaster disclosed that the programme titled Charles III, The Coronation Year, sparked 897 complaints, with viewers claiming it exhibited a pro-monarchy bias. The 90-minute documentary, a production of Oxford Films, debuted on December 26 and offered viewers a glimpse into the King's life, including light-hearted moments like King Charles jesting about his sausage fingers with Prince William during the coronation rehearsals. Receiving complaints about perceived partiality in royal coverage is not unusual for the BBC. The network faced an unprecedented 109,000 complaints for its extensive coverage of Prince Philip's passing in 2021. The BBC stood by Charles III, the coronation year, affirming its editorial independence over the documentary and noting that Republican perspectives were included in its broader coronation coverage. Before ascending to the throne, Queen Elizabeth displayed her artistic talents as a young girl, and now one of her childhood drawings is being offered for sale by the Boston-based RR Auction. This drawing, believed to be created by the future Queen when she was between 4 and 6 years old in the early 1930s, is rendered in red crayon. It is thought to depict her interpretation of a proposed new building at the Great Ormond Street Hospital for Children in London. Along with the drawing, an accompanying letter from her mother, who later became known as Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, is also up for auction. The letter, penned by the Duchess of York before her husband King George VI ascended the throne in 1936, is written on 145 Piccadilly letterhead, likely originating from the London townhouse where the Duke and Duchess of York resided with their daughters, Princess Elizabeth and Princess Margaret. In the letter to J.M. Barrie, the playwright best known as the creator of Peter Pan, and a friend of the royal family, the Duchess of York did not mince words about her elder daughter's drawing, describing it as very poor. She explained that Elizabeth insisted on including a roof with many little windows for the nursery maids in her drawing. The letter conveyed the Duchess's hope that Barry could mention Elizabeth's name in relation to the hospital drawing and emphasized her struggles with managing her daughter's involvement in charities. She also mentioned the importance of maintaining privacy as requested that Barry keep the correspondence confidential. The letter was simply signed as Elizabeth, and in a postscript she asked if the press could photograph the drawing, if possible. Queen Elizabeth's sketch and the Queen Mother's 4-page letter, including the envelope, are being auctioned together as part of RR Auctions' Fine Autograph and Artifacts sale, which began on December 15th and concludes on January 10th. The highest current bid for this royal memorabilia stands at $1,210 as the countdown to the final sale continues. Palace Intrigue will be right back. Crown Princess Mary of Denmark is set to experience several changes this month, including the departure of a key member of her glam squad. Soren Hedegaard, the princess's longtime hairdresser, recently announced on Instagram that he will be stepping down from his role on January 14th, the same day Mary assumes the title of Queen, as her mother-in-law, Queen Margrethe, officially abdicates. In a heartfelt post alongside a photo of him styling the princess's hair for the coronation of Britain's King Charles, Hedegaard shared his decision to transition to a new chapter in his career with hair care brand Steyr. The Daily Beast, meanwhile, was focused on the royal family of Spain. A former boyfriend of Queen Letizia of Spain has alleged that he had an ongoing affair with her after she had married King Felipe, sparking a sensational controversy that now includes a bizarre conspiracy theory involving terrorists, leftist plots, and accusations of false flag affair claims. Jamie Del Burgo, Letizia's former boyfriend, had dated her prior to her engagement to King Felipe, and he was considered a close friend of the couple. However, he now claims that their romantic relationship persisted after her marriage to Felipe, and even while she was pregnant with their 2 children. Del Burgo made these assertions in a book titled Letizia and I, in which he detailed alleged romantic encounters with Letizia in the royal palace, La Zarzuela, and claimed that Spain's secret police had surveilled him for 5 years. In a series of tweets, Del Burgo posted evidence to support his claims, including a selfie he claimed a pregnant Letizia had sent him along with a message expressing her love for him. He stated that they explored the possibility of Letizia getting a divorce and having a child via surrogacy in Los Angeles. However, he later deleted these posts and his account. The scandal initially appeared to be a mere sex scandal, but took on political dimensions when Del Burgo reactivated his account and posted a message that implicated Letizia in a conspiracy involving terrorism, left-wing plotters, and the deposition of King Juan Carlos. He referred to himself as a patriot who had faced ETA terrorism since childhood and accused Letizia of being complicit in a plan to take King Juan Carlos into exile. The situation has led to speculation that Del Burgo made the affair allegations as part of an effort to destabilize King Felipe and Queen Letizia's reign, possibly at the behest of King Juan Carlos. Some suggest that Juan Carlos may be considering reversing his decision to go into exile now that many lawsuits against him, including a harassment case brought by his former girlfriend, have been dismissed. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalacintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or your app of choice. If you're on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.